Hi everyone, it's Leslie here from Elegant Edges. Today I have a new size in the triple diamond floating card that's very popular at the moment. This is from an original design by Scrimping Mummy, but with new sizes that you can make from just one sheet of A4. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 diamonds. You can pop them up. Lots of dimension, really cute. 1, 2, 3, and you've got plenty of space on the back to write. You've lots of room indeed. Okay, so that's what I've been making today. So the products that I've used for this, I've got the Hippest Hippos. This is a stamp set and it comes from the Bration catalogue. Now if that doesn't mean anything to you, that means that if you buy product, let's find it on the front page, the more you buy, the more you get free. So free hippo dies with an order to the value of £45. So if you can order to £45, you get the stamp set. There's the stamp set here. Those are all the stamps. Another choice are the dies that cut them out. So if you order another £45, you get a free die set. So it's possible to get the stamps and the dies absolutely free. There are lovely backing papers that I've used behind. These are the lovely silver and gold. These come in a pack of 24. So you get 6 of each. 6 silver in a sort of snowflake, 6 lines, 6 gold snowflake and 6 gold lines. And that's another celebration item. So the more you spend, the more you get free, and that event runs from the 1st of July to the 31st of August. So this project is really to highlight all the things, or some of the things, that you can get with free product. So I think that's a great offer. Okay, here's my sheet of A4 card, and to start with, let's get my my lovely new scorer and trimmer out. I love this. I can use it in inches or centimetres, which is brilliant. So just check yeah, okay. So I'm going to do it I'm going to work in centimetres today. And I'm going to cut off, to start with, 20 centimetres. Okay. And before I do anything, before I cut it to exact size, I'm going to score. Now this is going to make 2 pieces of card, the back and the front. Okay, and I'm going to score them together so that they're exactly the same size. Now, with my card, I made it at 5 centimetres, which was a lovely, nice, even size to make. But I'm going to just move it over to 5.1. You could do it in 2 inches if you've got a scoreboard like this, but just 5.1 centimetres. And I'm going to actually score both 2 together, the back and the front at the same time. Okay, then I'm going to move it over to 10.2, score again, 15.3, score again, and hopefully we have too much. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to move this. Can't do it that way, I'll have to do it this way. I need it to make altogether 20.1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go over to 20.4 And there's only a tiny bit to trim off. If we need to adjust that at the end, we can. Let's get rid of that little scrap. And now we're going to turn it round and cut it in half. So that is 10 centimetres. And cut. Now we know that both our back and our front are exactly the same. Okay. Next thing we need to do is to mark halfway along here. Well, as it's 10, halfway is 5. You can either mark with a scoreboard on here, which I'm going to do, or you could do it with a pencil. So I'm going to mark at 5 centimetres. I'm actually going to just put a pencil in there. Just mark, just very lightly, because we're going to erase that. Do the same on both. Five, just. Okay, now for the sake of the camera, I'm going to actually put little marks where the scores are, because it's quite hard to see on a camera. In case you miss it and can't see what I'm doing, I'm just going to put little tiny marks. And then I'm going to put it back in my trimmer. I'm going to put the pencil marks in the channel, line them up, and trim off that. If it wasn't quite in the right place, you can just move it over just a fraction and get it off again. There we go, that's better. And we do the same the other side, right in the channel. Just checking that that's in view, in shot. Just move that a fraction, because I want it to be exact. Okay, that looks good. If you've got a little bit of a rough edge like I have, because I put it back in, just get your snips out, go along and just shave off that little furry edge. That's all I've done. So same thing from the other side. First fold to my little pencil mark halfway down the side, snip off. There, I've done it again. Didn't quite get it in far enough. And it is quite important this is exact. So that's better. Okay. Right, so there's one side done. We're just going to make the other side match now. Pencil line to first fold. Not tricky, you've just got to be quite accurate. If you prefer to do it with a ruler and a scalpel, that's fine too. What you don't want to do is take off too much though. That's why I'm kind of careful and erring on the side of caution. Okay. So pencil line in the channel, first fold in the channel. There we go. And the last one. Now that's the worst bit over. So we have two identical pieces, the front and the back. Doesn't matter which is which. And then our last, a scrap piece of paper, we are going to trim to 7 centimetres. Let's get the scoring tool out the way. This is scrap. Quite useful though for stamping on, as this is basic white card I've got from Stamping Up. It's not too thick and it doesn't need to be thick, so don't use the thicker one. That won't work for this card. So I've got the ordinary basic white card, and these are 7 centimetres by 7 centimetres, and this last one should actually be, yeah, almost exact, 7 centimeters. Oh, look at that, tiniest fraction off. Okay, let's get that out of the way. That's the worst done. Okay, so these 3 diamonds, or they are going to be diamonds, squares, I'm going to put those off to the side and work on these 2 identical pieces. Let's find my scoring tool, my bone folder rather. Here we go. So we need, I'm just going to rub out my pencil marks just in case they show. There we go. So we need 1 folded this way, and mounting. Have I done that right? Let me just see what I've done. Yeah, so we've got up, no, up that way, and over this way. Okay, do the same again in the middle. Actually, this one should be that way. That's what I was doing wrong. Okay. So, I'll just trim. That was that fuzzy bit. It's not happy. Right. Now, what we're going to do, we're actually going to glue these 2 bits together. I'm going to put them side by side like that. Actually join them in the middle, not join them together this way. We're going to use the diamond to stick on top. I'm just going to lay it on and check. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay, now to keep it together while I actually use the wet glue, I'm going to get some of the either washi tape, post-it tape, something that you use to tack your dies down when you're die cutting. Okay, some kind of low tack tape that's going to be removable, and I'm just going to pop it across the back just to keep it in place. Okay, and that's going to come off in a moment. So I'm just going to put my 7 centimeter square on top. Yes, that's not bad at all. Okay, get some of my wet glue. Ooh. Right, my fine tip is running out, so I'm going to open a new glue. This is my Tombow glue. Love this glue. Available from my Stamping Up shop, like the basic white paper. There we go. Okay, here it is. Right, it's important not to use too much, but at the same time you've got to have enough. Let's just get it started. That's it. It's always difficult with a new one. Okay, a little bit on there, across here in the rather in the middles. There we are. Now, where I've squeezed a little bit too much, I'm just going to flatten that out a bit with my finger. A little bit more this side, just so I got some wiggle room, really. Okay. Just line it up. Try and get the points even, top and bottom. If the sides are a little bit out, we can always trim those afterwards, so we're not really worried about the sides. Top and bottom. Here we go. I've got a little bit here. I'll trim that afterwards with my scissors. Not a problem. That's because I left the extra point, 1 millimeter. And the reason I left it is because this is going to fold, and that extra millimeter allows for the thickness of the card. Okay. And then we're going to put one diamond there, one square there, and one square there. So I'm going to do that and then come back to you. And I'm only going to glue this edge. Ooh, that's a lot. I think I need my silicone mat. Let me just get it. Just in case it all squeezes out. Yeah. That's a much safer option. A little bit in the corner. Okay, so get the top point and the bottom point lined up. We try and come over as far as we can to the right this time. There, pretty good. Squeeze down, burnish. If it moves, just move it back. I obviously didn't have a good grip. Okay, I'm going to turn this one round so it stays in shot really. Do the same again. I don't like to open it too much. I'm all sticky now. Do you know, when you do it on your own it's fine, and as soon as you put the camera on, this is what happens. There we go. Ooh, sticky fingers. So line up the top and bottom, go as far as we can to the outside edge, but trying to keep the points on the fold, and that gives us a little bit more room on the inside. Little burnish with our bone folder. There. Do you know? Whoops, squeezed out. Good job it was on that silicone mat. Okay, now actually we are done really. All we have to do now is cut the mats and embellish. So there we are. How simple was that? So what I'm going to do is just get my snips, and I'm going to trim along the little bits that are poking out, and that is just because of that extra 1 millimeter. You see there's a little bit there. Just get it off with the snips. As long as we don't cut through the diamond on the top, see what I'm doing? It's fine. A little bit there. Do you know, I might be a perfectionist, but that will bother me, so that's coming off. This one here, that's pretty good. Just this little edge there. Now, that 1 millimeter, the 5.1, when I made mine, I made it 5. And I found it great to make, but then when you went to go to fold it away, oops, this didn't quite sit in the corners. Okay, and then when you come to decorate it, you can pop a belly band around here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to get some designer paper out, and then I'm going to come back to you. Okay, so this was the one I did. I'm going to remove my silicone mat. So you can see here, the set that I've used for the main embellishment comes from this Hippest Hippos set. Now this is in the sale of Bration at the moment. I got this entirely free. You've got a set of stamps, and you also get the outline dies. They cut out the actual hippos themselves, and you also get extras. You get the snorkel, the glasses, the umbrella, hearts. You get like a life ring, all sorts of waves, just sunglasses, little flowers, this funny shaped thing. This is a tub, so you could actually have your hippo in a bath of water. You could have him sailing a boat, or her sailing a boat. So it's brilliant. So have a look at my Stamping Up shop, and if you, depending on the value of your order, okay, you can get one of these free. If your order is larger, you can get both of them free. Okay, I've used this lovely white background paper with silver foiling. Let me see if I can find that for you. And this is another item, silver and gold 6x6 speciality paper. This is also in the celebration. So you get the sort of polka dot snowflake type. Because it's 6x6, 15x15, I actually got 4 squares out of that. So all of that from one sheet of paper. That's the bit I had left over. You get squares, dots rather, and you get sort of wiggly stripes. They come in silver and gold, and I thought, oh, I'll have that, because if I don't use it now, it would actually go in with for Christmas. So I thought, well, win-win really. So that was that paper. The background paper is one of the in colour designer sheets. Now I've mixed mine together with my teacup set, because they go so well. And you can see, what have I got here? You see the colours? So it's that one that I've chosen in the Tahitian Tide colourway. That's the plain colour, and that's the designer paper. That's on the back, so I've used that one here. And then on the back I also put paper, because when you fold this up, you stick it on the back. When you fold it up, you actually see it folded. That's that way. Well, it doesn't matter which way it goes over. Okay, so I use the pink because I've got pink accents on there. So to cut my designer papers, I chose them 1/2 centimetre smaller in each direction. So where it's 10 centimetres, I cut my paper 9.5, 9.5, by 5 by 4.5. This is 7 centimetres, so I cut that at 6.5 centimetres. And again on the back, same as the front, so these two panels will be 9.5 by 4.5. There you are. So if you don't have these beautiful Hippest Hippos, why not get them when they're free? Get these beautiful silver and gold papers. Okay, but whatever you do, try out this fold. It's really, really easy, and I love it where you can get the whole card from one sheet of paper. Thanks ever so much. Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, would you give me a thumbs up on the bottom, and would you consider subscribing please, because it really helps me be seen by other people. Thank you very much indeed. Bye bye.